happy with it. Looks like I'm only going to be live on one. Oh, here we go. We're live now, so I don't have to repeat myself. Welcome, 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 folks. If you're tuning in on the tube of you, please understand that you are part of this show as well. Your comments on the tube of you will take priority that are on the side that I'm over here on the tickety talk. So feel free to type it. I know it's lagging a little bit. Hopefully it'll clear up. I don't know what's going on with it right now, but your comments on the tube of you will take priority. For those of you who do not know, I'm live in both places right now. I am each and every Friday, and after this show ends, I actually head open a little bit more time with my tube of you people. So please follow me over there as well. Faith and Bishop 2, same username everywhere. Faith and Bishop 2, you can click it in the top of my TikTok profile, take you right over there. Hit that subscribe button. Happy to announce that we're at nearly 6,100 subscribers over there, which is not an easy feat as it is here on the Tickety Talk. So I thank you all for loving me and supporting me enough to follow me over to other platforms. So I'm live in both places right now. We have a lot to discuss. Again, we're starting off light and bright tonight. We're starting with the tour that we've been waiting 27 years for, and that's Brandy and Monica. I am it. But we're going to be handling some serious business as well. We're going to be talking about the fifth grade fatal attraction. I put out a video on it again for those of you who are new to me. If you want to know what I'm going to be talking about each and every Friday, my show is called Unfinished Business. So we never quite finish up. We just start again on Friday and pick up where we left off. But on this week's Unfinished Business, of course, we're going to touch on the Monica and Brandy concert. And then we're going to move right into some heavier stuff. We're going to be talking about the fifth grade fatal attraction. If you guys don't know, there's a set of fifth graders that all got arrested for attempting to unalive a classmate because he broke up or cheated on one of the little girls, and she felt that was worth him leaving here. So she said, it's not right, it's not okay, and I'm gonna unalive you anyway. So we're gonna discuss that. We're gonna talk about Mr. Jakcy Jahj out of Paris. He attempted to marry a fourth grader. For whatever reason, this show is going to be pretty heavy on kids. But he attempted to marry or paid $150,000 and rented out Disney World to marry his 9-year-old bride. So we're going to discuss that as well. Hey, Mia, how you doing tonight? Thank you all for tapping that screen. We're up to 2.5 thousand taps, and we're just getting started tonight. I got a lot to do. I don't know if you guys are interested in the Squid Games, but as soon as this show ends, I'm going to binge watch. I watched the first episode. They're in season 3, the final season of Squid Game, and I've been watching it since the very beginning. So I almost didn't come up here tonight because I wanted to sit down and watch it. So I'm gonna watch it and probably cover it in a future show as well. One other thing, I may save that. I'll put out a piece of content on the last subject of the night, but it's very, very interesting. I'm super excited about it, but I think I'll put out the piece of content and then we'll revisit it at a later time. We got enough to talk about tonight. All right, my boxes will be open shortly, but yeah, am I the only person that? Well, me and my wife. Are we the only people that are going to see Monica and Brandy? I see a lot of you guys are complaining about the prices of the tickets. I don't know what you guys thought y'all were going to spend. This is not the Funk Fest. This is not a backyard club engagement. These people are doing a 26 oh, Mia, you're going. Good, good, good. What do you know about Brandy and Monica? You too young to even appreciate these people. You weren't even not even born. You weren't even born were ruling the music. Oh, you're going with your mama. Okay, that makes sense. Your mama know about them. You're in Jersey. You didn't look it up. But I'm there. Oh yeah, those tickets are selling. They're selling very, very well. We couldn't even get floor seats. We ended up on the 100 level. Inside the arena. I'm excited about it either way, but yeah, the ticket, even that was in pre-sale, so I can only imagine. I went back and looked at the prices, and I'm so thankful that I went in on the pre-sale and got them because yeah, they want their money. But I mean, I can't get look, Mia, you're not even spelling Brandy. correctly. I know you got problems. You can't even spell her name. Brandy and Monica beef is top tier. It was largely media driven. Now the fight was absolutely real. I watched the guy that Chili's baby daddy, Austin, Dallas Austin, when he did the interview confirming that they did indeed the one time, because they've only performed that song a couple of times live. The Boys Mine. The first time that they ever performed it live was it was during an award show. I can't remember which one, but Monica, she she didn't like Brandy, and according to Dallas Austin, Monica was very ghetto. That's the way he described him. His words, not mine. His words, not mine. But he felt that Brandy was just a little too whatever, and they got into a altercation before their performance, and Monica socked her in the eye. So it actually worked for the performance because of course they're fighting over a boy, so on stage you can visibly see how upset Brandy is the entire performance, and at the end she does like sucker, like hit her play. It looks playful, but it was her get back. And vocally, oh my god, they went to war on the stage. So there was it was a good, very, very good performance. I am happy that they are in a better place. You know, these women are they're grown now. She's 46. Monica, Brandy is 44. Yeah, it's about time to hang that stuff up. Go ahead and get this money. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see. You never knew it was over a boy. What are you talking about? It was not over a boy. They were no. We're talking about the song. It was never over a boy. There was no boy. They didn't. She just didn't like her as a person. But yeah, needless to say, they've gotten past their dislike. Again, a lot of it was media driven, and they're on tour now, or are heading out on tour in a couple of months. So go out and check. Listen, the only concerts I go to are those that have um real singers. I don't go to rap concerts. I just don't. Yeah, the only concerts I go to are those with singers and real singers. If you cannot sound the way you sound on the radio without echo and without all the gizmos put on your microphone, then I'm not going to pay to see you. But I will pay good money, and I have paid good money to see lots of singers, as long as I know that you're going to deliver on stage. Tony Braxton, of course, is one of my favorites. I've seen her 3 times. Erica Badu, I've seen 3 times. Monica, this will be my 4th time seeing Monica. She can sing. Brandy, it'll be my first time seeing her. I'm super excited about it, but of course, she's known as the vocal Bible. So I don't. I think I'm in safe hands. Kelly Rowland, I have never seen her either, but I did. We saw Beyonce back at the Formation tour, so that is what 2 out of 3. Well, it's actually about five or six members of Destiny's Child, but two of the 3 main members, or the remaining members, after I see her on this particular night, I would have covered. And look, I've been saying Mooney Love since that song came out. They're telling me it's Money Love, so Money Love. I only know that one song, Twin. And okay, come on out here and do your little 2 songs and get on off the stage. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, but not really here for you. And that the guy from American Idol, I've never even seen or heard him perform. So it'll just be a surprise for me. I am here for Monica and here for Brandy. That's it. But yeah, y'all can bring the other people out if you want. I'm very interested to see how they're going to run this show because, of course, they both have egos, and nobody wants to be nobody wants to serve as an opener, which is why it's a co-headline type deal. And I'm wondering how they're going to manage who's going to close the show. I'm really thinking that they're going to likely just mix their music together and maybe perform each other's music at some point. It's my belief that The Boys Mine will be the final song of the night. So that they have a true moment of coming together. Not real sure. That's just my best guess, but I know it's not going to be one full set of one and then one full set of the other, because neither one of them wants to serve as an or to feel like an opening act for the other, which is understandable. Now you can fight me if you want to in the comment section. We all have got to agree that Brandy is the bigger artist. Monica has had much success. Her first two albums were really, really good. The third album was wonderful as well. But after that, she started to slip and wane. And when we compare her catalogs to Brandy's catalog is simply more immense. She has more hits. She's had three, four television shows, Barbie doll. You know, Brandy did the thing. You know what I'm saying? Proud of them both. Of course, Atlanta's own Monica, and she stayed true to her roots, which of course will cost you. Will cost you some of that commercial success. I love them both, but we all got to admit that Brandy is the bigger artist. Monica, like I said, I've always preferred Monica's look, although Brandy is aged phenomenally, but Brandy's voice, I think, is also the better voice. But we don't care. We love them both, and I love them both. Yeah, Brandy had a Barbie. Brandy, back during the Moesha days. Yeah, there's a couple of Barbies that are floating around with Brandy's face on them. Yeah, she got and she was a cover girl as well. Yeah, Brandy is, she's big business. You know what I mean? She kind of messed herself up. Of course, the car accident that resulted in that person being unalived had a negative effect on her career, and she never quite recovered from lying about being married to the guy when it turns out that she was a side chick. And got pregnant by the dude, and he was with somebody else, and he spilled the beans after she went on Oprah Winfrey and lied about being married, and then covered it up with the a spiritual connection is the lie that she told, and which she later admitted to as well. But she did that because her image had been so painted. You know what I mean? She fell in. I consider Brandy not Whitney Houston's level voice or talent, but she fell into that same packaging that Whitney Houston fell into, where the people behind the scenes used their brush and painted you in a certain way for the media, for the world. You had your media training, and you had to be that person at all times. So when that mask begins to slip, things happen. You know what I mean? And it happened for Brandy. Of course, it happened to Whitney in a much more tragic way. But yeah, those are the things that rocked her. But outside of that, she had a stellar career up until she started doing the independent projects, which didn't fare quite as well. But a lot of the artists are struggling at this point. But yeah, love them both. Again, I've seen her four times, so I got to love her. She's wonderful on stage. She has a great personality. What I love about Monica, she's very much relatable. She has one of those personalities, like most of us, where you can you can turn that hood on or off depending on where you are, and those are the people that I love to be around. I guess I'm one of those people as well. I can speak the language if I need to. You know what I mean? But there's a time and a place, and she knows how to be classy when she needs to be, and knows how to let you know that, hey, I'm from the hood just like you, when that time calls for as well. So that is what I really, really love about Monica as a person. You know what I mean? She had a television show of her own. It was a reality TV show, very boring. I got to admit, it was very, very boring. But shoot, I lost count of the number of shows that Brandy appeared in. Those that were named. I don't know if you guys remember, when was it Zoe? Was that short-lived TV show that she had after Moesha? And of course, she was on the Queens. I mean, she's all over the place. And of course, she was the first black Cinderella. If you guys have not seen it, it's the one with Whitney Houston in it. It was very, very good. Made history. Period, for being the first black Cinderellas. I prefer that version over any of them, because hey, this is a black girl, a girl with brown skin and braids. You know what I mean? And she gets to be Cinderella, and it was good. Because I have a daughter who's 16 now. But that was the Cinderella we introduced her to. You know what I mean? Before she got to see all the rest of them. You got to see somebody that club more resembles you. You know what I mean? So proud of them both. Super excited about the concert, as you all can tell. I cannot stop talking about it, but of course we have lots of other things that we can be talking about and will be talking about. But I had to give a few minutes because when my show comes, I won't be here. I'm taking a day off before That Friday night, you're not gonna see me, but I'm super excited because I just love real music and I love real singers, and these are real singers. You know what I mean? This is not a Marie. I'm just saying, impossible with a small little pumpkin to turn into a goat. It's a plain country pumpkin and Prince to join the Mary. That was a great song. It was a really good song. Impossible. I mean, golly, man, Whitney. It was funny. Me and my daughter did. We used one of the other songs from that. There's music in you, which Whitney Houston performed on the Rosie O'Donnell show, and me and my daughter recently reused that sound in a video where I'm basically I was partly celebrating that she's gotten her license. She's working her first summer gig, which is, in line with the career path that she wants to follow. She wants to be an eye surgeon, so she's actually working as an oh, Lord, what are these big words? She's working as an optometry tech for the very doctor that inspired her to be that. So in the video, I lift the part of that song that says, "Now you can do whatever you want to do because now you got a license. You can drive where you need to go, and you can go to work like the rest of us." You know what I mean? It's a really good moment. If you guys haven't seen it, this place has been suppressing my views or suppressing my videos for the last week or so. So a lot of people haven't even seen it, but at some point they'll press the button and send me on back out, and then it'll do what it needs to do. But yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Avengers. I'm super proud of that kid. She is super excited. I didn't want her to work. I'll just be honest with you all. I am that dad, and I guess it just comes with having such a difficult childhood. So a lot of my childhood trauma, I don't try to necessarily bleed it on my kids, but I do get triggered by certain things, and that job working thing was one of those things that triggered me. So I didn't want her to work at all, but my wife was totally with it. And they eventually wore me down when I realized, hey, okay, you can at least work and you won't be, you know, dropping fries, which I have nothing against people that work in restaurants. I worked at several before I got to where I am. Thank you, Dunny. Good to see you. Thank you for that heartbeat. I appreciate you, brother. But once I realized, hey, this could be beneficial to you moving forward, and that well, she'll be getting ready to do work study in the big top of the year, so she can continue work study with this same eye doctor. So I'm like, okay, I guess I can do that as long. And she's not working full time; she's working a few days a week, which is cool. So she's still getting to enjoy her summer while getting that experience, and she loves it. She absolutely loves it. She comes home every day talking about her patients and everything that she had to do, using all these words that I don't even understand. So I'm just nodding my head. Good job, baby. Keep it up. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm super excited. She's really good and doing really well. Just is my prayer that she just continues on that path. You know what I mean? Just allow God to continue to order those steps and not allow your peers to influence you in any way. I've been teaching her since before she can remember that there, and many of us grown people don't understand that in this life there every person that comes in your life is going to do one or two things. They're going to bring you up or they're going to drag you down. So uh thankfully she's been surrounding herself with some pretty good people thus far, but of course the devil's out there and temptations out there, and people do what they do. You know what I mean? So we shall see. We shall see. I'm so glad Jennifer is there to not only be your support but give you balance. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then, okay, I'll give you guys my tragic. Thank you all. We're at the 10K mark already. You guys are tapping tonight, and we haven't even started the good conversation yet. I'll give you guys the quick rundown of why I didn't want my daughter to work. I started working when I was 15 years old, and if you guys have been around or in my room long enough, you guys know that my teenage years were very difficult when it came down to me and my mom, and of course, my father passed away when I was 15. So I started working after he passed away, and things just really, really got bad for with me, my sister, and my mom. Ultimately, short version is, my mom basically walked away. She abandoned us, me and my sister, and left town. Didn't come back for years and years and years. And I basically ended up playing pseudo parent to my sister. So when I think about working at that age, I think about working because I had to. You know what I mean? And even before she left, I can remember there were times she would call herself teaching me responsibility. Ooh, and I'm pretty sure you guys can, some of you guys may be able to attest to this craziness. But she wanted to teach me some responsibility. So I was obligated to give her $40 out of every check. Mind you, back when I was working, I was making about $5 an hour. And I wasn't even working full time at the time. My very first check on that job was $58. That's how deeply embedded that is to me. And she looked at me and said, "Give me me." So of that $58 check, I had to give her 40 of those dollars. And from that day to this, I will never take a dime for my kids. So she's making a little money that she's making. She has a checking account and a savings account, of course. We gas up. Well, we have several cars, so we gas up the car for her. She didn't pay anything. I'm like, look, that is your money. You do whatever you want to do with it. If you want to go out there and Chick-fil-A yourself to unalive, and you go right ahead. If you want to go throw it away on clothes, you go ahead and do it. I don't care. I want you to enjoy the money that you make. You know what I mean? Just have fun with it. You got the rest of your life to deal with responsibilities. Thank you so much for those gifts, Miss Avengers. You have the rest of your life to know responsibility. I want you to enjoy your teenage years. So that is why I was so against my baby working. You know what I mean? So what's so funny is she's like me. She's squirreling it all away. She's gotten paid once. She got her first check, put it all in her savings account. Didn't touch a dime of it. So she got ready to go to work. She had to go an additional day. She's like, "Well, Dad, are you gonna buy my Chick-fil-A?" I'm like, "No, hold on. There's groceries here at the house. If you want to eat before you leave, you can eat before you leave. But I'm not buying Chick-fil-A today. You can spend your little money on